All right, welcome traders. It's definitely a new week filled with new opportunities, and I'm happy to be making updates once again to see what kind of trading opportunities lies ahead of us in the charts. As usual, I'll try and keep these updates as educational as possible. But before we go into the analysis proper, there is disclaimer explaining that trading foreign exchange and the global financial markets is considered high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Please seek the advice of an independent financial advisor, and this webinar is for educational purposes only. Now, we did get a request to analyze the EURUSD charts, and that's what we're trying to do right now. First of all, going into the monthly time frame, what we can see here is that the market has just made this nice impulse and correction. Now, generally speaking, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, what you can do is to take your Fibonacci from the low of the impulse to the high of the impulse, and we can see clearly that the market has just retraced to the 61.8 Fibonacci level, which is actually the golden ratio. Now, what you can also notice is that the 61.8 Fibonacci level that this market has just retraced to actually coincides with the previous resistance level. Now, guys, as you know, previous resistance after broken becomes support. So we do expect that at some point in time, this market should act as a support and continue to the upside. So this is the situation on the monthly time frame. Now, why has the market retraced to this to the 61.8 retracement level? Usually what the market likes to do is to retrace to previous areas of resistances. In this case, this is the area of this was the previous area of resistance. Now the market has retraced here, and we do expect, like I said, for this area to become support, creating what we call a confluence of supports. So going down into the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, we can see that the market is actually also testing a strong area of support. This area acted as resistance here, so we do expect at some point in time that this area should act as a support. However, if we do get a close of the market below this level, a strong bearish candle closing below this level, then this area would definitely have failed to act as a support, which should now become resistance. So if we do get a strong close of the of this EURUSD, if we do get a strong close after this at the close of this week, then this area should now act as a resistance, which should now price should now go and test before a continuation back to the downside. But in this case, like I said, we still do expect at some point in time that this area should act as a strong support. Going down into the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, things become much more interesting. What we can actually see here is that the market is trying to form this M pattern here, if you can see. So we're expecting an M pattern here. Now, by definition, when the market forms an M pattern like this, what you expect the market to do is to complete the M pattern by going back, by making a retracement back to the broken support, which should now turn resistance here. So if this market will manage to break down like this, then we'll be looking for a longing opportunity. Remember that all these areas down here like this, this area down here like this are having stops because we had initially analyzed from the weekly and from a monthly time frame that this zone here, this area here, should act as a support, given that we are testing a very strong conference of support. So we do expect that if price manages to go down to this level, this area should still act as a support. And as I just analyzed here, we're already forming this M pattern, and by definition, after an M pattern, the market should go up back to test this area of support here, which should now turn resistance here. So we do have clearly what we are looking for here is a longing opportunity. Now, how can we approach this longing opportunity that possibly could play out here on the daily time frame? Now, like I said, if we do get a push to the downside here, then inside of here is where we'll be looking to go long, and we'll be monitoring the market to see if there will be a shift from a bearish market, as we'll be having when the market is moving down, to a bullish market. And if we do see bullish, if the market will move from a bearish situation as we would have to a bullish market, then we'll be going in for a nice long, first of all, to target this previous to complete this pattern at the neckline, which is now turned resistance here, after which we can also be looking for possible continuation to the upside. So this is the situation of the Euro USD charts. We do hope that it's giving you some clarity on the situation of the markets. And if you do have any comments on this, feel free to let me know. Cheers, and do have a nice time trading the markets this week.